Hey everyone, and welcome back to Stamp with Anna. And today I have another card that we made at our card class a few weeks ago. The theme of it was quick and simple cards using DSP. And as I explained in my other video, sometimes you need to make a card really quick. And I like to have a full background on my card. I really struggled with the clean and simple. So I found using designer series paper fills the background when I need to make a quick card. Even when I don't, the designer series paper is just so beautiful. And I know I have a ton of it and I just don't use it enough. But anyway, so today we're going to make this one, and it's really, really quick and simple. We have a piece of thick Whisper White, 5.5 by 8.5, scored at 4 1/4, and that's our card base. And then we have a piece of real red that is cut at which is cut at 4 1/8 by 5 3/8, and then our piece of designer series paper, which is cut at 4 by 5 1/4. And I also have a little piece of white. I don't need a little piece of red because I'm going to show you how I made that. For tools, I'm using the layering squares framelits, and this is, I just love my layering framelit sets. It comes in squares, ovals, and circles. And in the occasions catalog that comes out in a few weeks, they're going to have some rectangles. They're all going to be stitched. They're going to be beautiful. But anyway, the sizes that I used, excuse me, I dropped it. The sizes that I used, I used this square. And then when choosing my coordinating scallop one, I wanted just a tiny border. See how slight that border is? So these will look like that when you line them up together. They look like that they won't layer, but they will. So they're pretty much the same size. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take my red mat, and I'm going to take it to the Big Shot and cut out the scalloped piece. And I'm also going to cut out my little square piece, and I'll be right back. Okay, so I'm back with my pieces. Here's a little scrap of white that I had, and I cut out my little square. I can keep that as a frame for something else. Okay, and then here is my background that I cut out my frame from. That way I don't waste that whole back piece as my mat. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to layer this onto my card base just to get it out of the way so nothing happens to it. And here's my thick Whisper White, and it has a small little border. Okay, there we go. Now I'm going to layer my, isn't that pretty in the background too? I'm just going to layer my designer series paper. Again, a tiny little border. And now I'm going to do my stamping. I'm going to use 2 stamp sets, the Rooted in Nature stamp set. It's a 2-package set, and I'm going to use this image here that has the 2 trees. And then from the new Itty Bitty Greetings, I'm going to use the 'Tis the Season. So I'm going to use some shaded spruce. I'm going to stamp up my image, and I'm going to put it kind of towards the top. I'm going to center it left to right, but I want it towards the top. Okay. Oops. It's just a beautiful, beautiful color. Then I'm going to take my sentiment, again, in the shaded spruce. I'm going to put that in the lower left corner. "'Tis the season." Now I'm going to layer these 2 pieces. A little bit of snail. And again, like I said, this is a very, very small border. You could use a bigger border if you want, but I was going for the small border. Then I have a little piece of real red ribbon. I'm going to just tie a knot. And I'm going to lay that right there. So I'm going to put a little bit of snail on the back. Lay that where I want it. And I'm going to cut off the excess back here. And there we have it. Now I did want to give this a little bit of dimension, so I could put it directly on that, but I am choosing to use some dimensionals. One in each corner. And then I'm just going to place that right there. And there we go. Another quick and easy Christmas card using Designer Series paper, and it just looks so full and beautiful. So if you have any questions about this project or any of the products I've used, please contact me through my blog, www.stampwithanna.blogspot.com. And I hope you join me later on this week. I have one more card to show you. Thanks so much. Bye-bye.